eagles fly. Let's peep the squad. Big Pat, Nichelle and Dante, the dark jive. Drop the stats on them, drop the facts on them. Spur King, baby, let's get it on.
Hey, fam, it's your man Dante, the Dark Knight, and welcome to Game Day pregame show. Our Philadelphia Eagles are down in D.C. taking on the Commanders. Remember the Commanders? We played them in Week 10, I believe, and got a big victory over them in the Link. Now we are going down to their territory, and they were riding pretty high when we faced them the first time, and they're still a pretty solid team. So I don't see this as an easy one. Let's put it that way. It's a division game. They always play us tough, and they're better. Now, throughout our 10-game winning streak, we have been dominant in games that I actually surprised me. I'm not going to lie. In some of those earlier games, it was surprising that we were so dominant. I'm starting to get used to it, but I'm not so blind that I don't see that a division game against a team like the Commanders can be a tough road to navigate. So we have a game on our hands. And like Landon Dickerson says, I hope that they continue to choose violence because that's what he said. He says, I choose violence. So I hope that they continue to choose violence and we take care of business today. So far, I do have co-hosts. Believe me, I do. They're just they're coming, they're coming. But I'm so glad that you guys are here with us as we get ready to hopefully go for a team record 11 consecutive wins today against the Commanders, and that would bode well for us because we are still in the hunt for the number one seed in the NFC. And I know there's some pundits out there saying that it's not. We don't really need it. We're playing dominant football. We can win anywhere. And I believe that. I do. I'm in agreement with that. But the road is just so much easier if we can get that number one seed. And I am all for the easiest path to the Super Bowl. So I am all for a number one seed, a week off, and playing 2 games at home, to get to that big game. So we still have something to play for. The Commanders definitely have something to play for. So it's going to be an interesting game. This is no time to rest or take our foot off the gas pedal. So we're going to see a team that is still focused. And again, I always apologize to Nick Sirianni because I had some bad thoughts about him early in the season, and he has navigated this season tremendously. Has done a wonderful job, especially last week with all the chitter chatter from outside and quietening the noise for the team and having them prepared to come out and put on such a performance as they did against the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, so we have one of my co-hosts ready. I'm going to add him. So, there he is. Pat, what's going on?
What's up, Dark Knight? What's going on, everybody? My bad. Listen, when you sitting there and something say, "Hey, get up," you gotta run. It's game time, so you got the game time guts. So what's going on, Eagles family?
What's going on? No troubles, no worries. I was like, "Dang, Pat's here," but I can't wait for him. I gotta go on. So I said he'll be on in a minute. But I just got finished telling them that we still have something to play for, and the Commanders are a formidable team. They still have something to play for, and they are indeed a much improved team from last year. They gave us not as tough as a game as I thought that they would the first time, but we took care of business. And we are looking to take care of business now, but I'm not looking past them, and I'm not looking at them as a mark. They're not a mark. They are a team that can come in at any given Sunday and give a team like us a game. So we have to be on our P's and Q's and stay focused. And like Landon Dickerson said, choose violence. I choose violence.
He got that from Rios from WIP.
Yeah, I know.
He says blood on the grass. Oh man, listen, you got to choose violence today because you're playing one of the top teams and the top 10 teams in the NFL. The Commanders is a very formidable team. Like we said when we played them first, Jalen Daniels gives that offense a whole different complexity. His ability to run. He's healthy now, so and he has a very, very, very good arm. Scary Terry McLaurin. Zach Ertz will be playing today. I'll go over the actors in a second. I don't know if we started the quarter yet, but he do have weapons. So today we do need to be the bullies. We need to take the ball and hold it for 11 minutes. Let's double up our time from last game and just smack them in the mouth, because this is a divisional game. Divisional games are always difficult because these teams know each other. Yeah, you know your opponent. Your opponent knows you. You played once already, and it's time for the get back. That's what the Commanders think. Today is their get back because we're at their house. Let's turn their house into our house. Let's do our damn thing.
No doubt, and they are for the get back. I have a close friend of mine who is a Commanders fan, and those are his exact words. We're here for. It's time for the get back, and I'm saying get back. You guys just get back, all right? Just get back. That's the only get back you're going to get. We're going to get back from get up off us, all right? So no, they are definitely have something to prove to themselves, and the rest of the league. They are considered, the last NFL rankings that I've seen, you're right. They are in the top 10, the number 10 team on most of those that I looked at. And talking about that, that's funny because I'm looking at the top 10 this past week. We're number one, right? I don't want to, jinx us or anything like that. I think it's deserving that we are number one. But I'm looking at the top 10, and we have beat like 4 teams in the top 10. So, for anybody that was saying like, yo, you guys don't, you guys played a soft schedule or whatever, we don't care about that anyway. But I just want to make a point that when we look at the top 10, we have beaten 4 of those teams in the top 10 and pretty handily too. I think maybe the toughest game we had was against the Commanders because we beat the Ravens pretty soundly. We beat the Steelers pretty soundly. Oh no, we probably had the toughest game was against Green Bay because we did beat Green Bay.
No, our toughest game, believe it or not, was against the Browns.
No, but they're not top 10 team.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Our toughest game against those that were in the top 10, where it probably was Green Bay. And let me make a correction here because I've been quoting that Green Bay was the only team that scored 30 points on us, and they did not. They only scored 29 points, so I'm wrong about that. The only team that scored 30 points on us was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so let me just be clear about that. That's the only team that we allowed in the 30s on us. So that was a part of my explanation why I didn't think that we would get into a shootout, because we don't allow teams to score that many points, and only one team has scored over 30 points on us this entire year. We're leading the league in total yardage and scoring defense. So that's a great thing. And I just hope that we keep it up. But you made some good points. But before that, you're back now so we can get this first quarter started. So you are watching Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles cover show around that is by us Eagles fans, for us Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team. That is the Philadelphia Eagles. We do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage. Yeah, we kind of get it in, except for me, but we kind of get it in here. So we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. Pat, what are you doing?
I'm out of Woodford Reserve.
He's out of Woodford Reserve.
So I can't do anything else right now. So I have to do something little uncommon. I'm gonna do some lemonade.
Oh my goodness, he's doing lemonade. Well,
listen, I'm keeping it true and true. I'm not switching up the shots. If it's not there, I'm gonna go to something straight and narrow.
All right, straight and narrow. All right, so you guys, all right, Pat is breaking it. So we already got to blame, or we already have a person to blame in case something goes wrong today. Pat does not have his customary Woodford Reserve shot. Now, let me just send this PSA out there to everyone. Make sure you have your drink, please, that you've been drinking these past 10 weeks. Don't do like Pat and take the chance of jinxing our squad. If whatever you've been drinking for the past 10 weeks, make sure that is what you're lifting up as your toast right now. So here we go. I'm drinking my coffee. I'll talk about it after this. But all right, so I'm drinking my coffee. Pat is doing lemonade tea or whatever the heck he's doing. You guys, let me know what you're doing in the chat room. But this is to our Philadelphia Eagles as we go for 11 in a row. So to our Eagles, down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the
All right, first quarter. Let's talk about are the inactives today. Who's inactive?
Uh, for the Washington Commanders, third string quarterback Jeff Driscoll, wide receiver KJ Osborne, cornerback Michael Davis, linebacker Dominique Hampton, offensive guard Chris Paul, defensive tackle Danian Mathis. For our Philadelphia Eagles, it's the same cast of characters. Wide receiver Britton Covey, quarterback Eli Ritz, offensive lineman Nick Gates, offensive lineman Darian Kennard, offensive lineman Trager Keegan, and third string quarterback Tanner McKee. I didn't see anybody got brought up from the practice squad today. So I think we're going to be we're pretty healthy. We're a pretty healthy team. Zach Ertz is going to play today for the Commanders, who was pretty much doubtful beginning of the week, but he will be playing, so I don't think he's going to be 100%. So we can definitely take advantage of that. But that is your analysis for this Philadelphia Eagles versus the Commanders game.
All right, and let's check on the inactives of our fans, our followers out there. Let's see who's inactive. All right, so we're going to go to the chat room and see who was the first person, because you guys are our third co-host, fourth co-host, whatever number of co-hosts you want to name yourselves. But you guys really help the show move along, and that's why we include you guys in the conversation. So the first person in the chat room today is Richard. Richard Boo is in the house. He says, "What's up, Eagles fan?" The second person is Hector JL, says, "Go Birds." And our favorite longtime follower, travels well with the team, JT, says, "Go Birds." Checking in from the bird nest in Virginia. Renegade, what's up, fam? What's up? Give us a post a picture on social media. I want to see that. Put it in the group. Put it in the group. In the Eagles Talk group. I want to see where you at. I want to see how many people, how rambunctious it is. Put a video, put a picture, JT, while you're down there. I want to capture the attitude or the atmosphere. I'm sorry. Jeremiah is in the house. Jeremiah says, "What's up, fam? What's up, Jeremiah?
What up?
Are you guys ready to go?" That's what I'm saying. Are you ready to go? Jack is in the house. He says, "Eagles talk, Eagles strong." My man Hemi is in the house. He say, I love our followers, man. They're like family now. You know what I'm saying? I see Jack, I see Hemi, I see JT, man. And I'm like, yeah, we ready. We ready. Samuel is in the house. Samuel Dowling says, "Bird Gangs, let's go."
Let's
Francis
get it.
is in the house. He says, "Eagles, mix it up a bit. Keep on wondering." Yeah, I like to see what's going on. Oh, Sulema, where you been, Sulema? Long time no see. Another family member, long lost family member, coming back home like Thanksgiving or for Christmas dinner, I guess. This is the holiday season, right? Sulema, where you been? You've been out there sharking people. Sulema is the one you do not want to play pool with her. You do not. She may look cute and pretty and all that, but she will take your money. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. All right, Anthony's in the house. He said, "What's up, fam? What's up?" And all right, so let's talk about it, man. We gotta go. We need to continue to keep our winning ways going. I haven't listened to a lot of sports talk radio this week, but I know that the conversation, if it's not been had, is probably going to start to develop, and that is, this team has won 10 in a row. We're going for 11 in a row. Like, all right, so at some point there's going to be a loss, right? I mean, people think that. I don't think that.
Why?
I know. People think that, but I don't think that. So there's going to be talk about, all right, so we get this loss out the way so that we can go on our run in the playoffs. I say balls to the wall. I say if we can win, if we can win out all the way to the Super Bowl, just do that. You know what I mean? Like it's no written rule that says that cannot happen. So, if the conversation does arise, like squash that conversation. No, I don't even want to have that. Just should we lose now and get it out the way? No, we don't have to lose anymore. There was a team out there that went, undefeated. You know what I'm saying? We lost two. That's all that we need. We got two losses. We already know.
We are bitter. We are bitter with a loss. This
Right.
city will explode. This sports talk radio show will explode. These fans, they're loyal they may be, they will explode and start pointing fingers. This team is that good that they can win out completely. They can win out all the way to New Orleans. So this just talk that we need to lose so we can get back on another run is a bunch of wash. It's a bunch of malarkey. It's a bunch of trash. It's a bunch of flip flap, whatever you want to call it. It's a bunch of that. All right. We don't need to. This team is that good. All right. This team is that good that they can win by rushing the ball whenever they feel like it. They can win by throwing the ball whenever they feel like it. They can win just with defense whenever they feel like it. That's how dominant this team is. And when is the last time we had a dominant team where it's though we don't we know they're not going to lose. We just had that feeling deep down inside. I know we talk about Commanders. The Commanders is going to be a very formidable game today, but deep down inside, what can the Commanders do to us? A bit us falling down in coverage.
I agree. I agree. I think that we do have the horses to take this pony all the way, man. And
Mhm.
and it's amazing, those who tuned in on Thursday and saw Pat hold up our preseason picks
Man,
and how accurate and on point that we are, and that means like our record says we don't lose anymore. I mean, especially you guys' prediction. You guys had us 15-2. I had us 14-3. So I guess my mine has another loss in there. But we were really close to what is really going on now. And I don't see us having to take a loss to win it all or get it out the way.
not at all.
We seen New England go 18-0, although they did take a loss at the last second, but at the last game. But we don't need that. We don't need a loss to get back on track. We're on track. So, and nothing says we can't stay on track all the way to the big game. So I don't see that talk of should we get a loss out the way and all that crap. Forget a loss. Should we whip ass on out the way? That's what we should be talking about. So we continue to whip ass until we win the Super Bowl. Yeah, that's what we should do. That's what we should talk about. Hello, Queen. Queen of Eagles Talk. Thank you. What's going on, Nichelle? How's it
What
going?
up, Nichelle?
Hey guys, what's going on with you?
Mm.
I'm well. I'm well.
I'm
Y'all
thinking that
ready? Are you
yes, I'm
ready
ready.
for
I'm
this
ready.
game day? Are we ready?
Yes, yes, most definitely. And I am, we're going to see a healthy, because everybody brings up excuses for why we're on our, the pundits. I mean, the opponents. And at first we were playing soft. Our schedule wasn't, we weren't playing anybody. I just pointed out to Pat that it's funny that we weren't playing anybody, and we have beaten 4 of the top 10 teams in the league, according to this week's ranking. We've beaten 4 of those top 10 teams that they're talking about. We didn't play anybody. All right. And in most cases, we've dominated them. All right. So
Mhm.
we get to see the Commanders today with their quarterback healthy because, I got Commander fan friends and, his ribs wasn't right. If his ribs was right. All right. Okay. So we're going to see a full strength Daniels today. And we're going to see him at your house. All right. So, and then you guys we can talk after the game and see how you feel then. But we don't care about who we face. We face Lamar Jackson, who is Daniels times 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So hey,
he's
we
the
don't
Michael Vick of
you
this
don't
era.
scare right. Yeah, don't scare us. But if you need your quarterback at full trim, all right, you'll have him today, and we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
I have a very interesting stat. Did you all watch the games last night, the Saturday games?
Did we
Yeah, I
did.
did.
Okay, so as the Chiefs were kneeling it out and running the clock, the announcer says, um, they're going to run the clock out. They're not going to score again. They're not going to run up any stats. The only stat that matters is to get the W. And then they broke down how the Chiefs are breaking records for the most wins by one score. So that means they haven't won more than 8 points
Mhm.
in a row. And the last team to do that was who? The 2004 Patriots that beat us in Jacksonville. Remember, we
Ooh,
lost that game by 3
Yeah,
points?
yeah.
ooh.
So, as everybody's talking about stats and who has the stats, the Chiefs are just rolling with the W's. They're
Mhm.
not caring about stats. The Patriots in 2004, part of the dynasty, they rolled out the W's. They was only beating teams by one score. They only beat us by 3 in the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
So let's talk about that. The wins is what's matter, and this is a winning team. Period. Period. If you can't put up W's, what we talking about?
You are absolutely right.
What we
That's
talking about? Would you
that,
rather be that '04 Dynasty Patriots that was winning all the time without all the crazy stats? Would you rather be the Chiefs building into the number 2 dynasty after the Patriots that's just winning all the time, no matter what the stats are? What y'all want right now? Y'all want stats or you want a ring? You're going to have to make a choice at this day and time if you're on the Eagles bandwagon, if you want a ring or if you want stats. Because the
It's
players don't care about stats.
you're right about that.
Saquon doesn't care about his rushing record. He wants a ring. The players keep telling us over and over the only thing that matters. Who said it? Quinyon. I don't care about stats. I don't care
Hmm.
about rookie of the year. I want a ring. But how come the fans and the media can't get on board? These boys want rings.
Yep.
They're not interested in having stats padded. They want a ring. Period.
and that's what we play for. I
Boom.
mean, that's all you play. I mean, you also play
You
for some
play
money.
to win the
But
game.
you play to win the game, and that's it. And the ultimate game is the Super Bowl. So yes,
Hmm.
that's all we are focused on. That's my credo. I don't care what the win looks like. I just want the W. I don't care. I really don't. I do not exaggerate when I said if we win 16 games by the score of 3-2, I'm okay. I don't care. I just want the dub. If we win 18, 19 games this year, 3-2, I'm cool as long as we're hosting that.
Hmm.
I mean, hoisting that some Lombardi Trophy at the end of the year. That's all that matters. That is all that matters. And we need to take a page out of the book of the Kansas City Chiefs fans. They don't. You probably don't hear them complaining about why they didn't blow them out, or they should have did this, or they should have did that. Well, mainly because they got 3 Super Bowls. I guess that's why you don't want to hear that. But anyway, you don't hear them complaining about that because they're winning. They are a winning organization with 3 Super Bowls in the last 5 or so years. So they're not worried about that. And we should have that same attitude, and we should feel even better because we are winning by more than one score.
Well, listen, even when they were winning those 3 Super Bowls the past, that was not the tenor of their fan base and the media.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It wasn't about their stats. It was about how they always found ways to win. And
Hmm.
that has been the Chiefs storyline on their local media and on the national media since they won their first Super Bowl. It was always the magnificent ways they came out to win, no matter if they were playing from behind or what have you. They
Hmm.
always found ways to win. Why can't we jump on board with Eagles always finding a way to win?
Yeah, I'm with that. Here's some comments from you guys. JT, you're right that we have to return to our slogan here. 1-0. That's all we want to do. We want to go 1-0 today. That's the goal. Wayne says Eagles with 2 rings in a 7-year span. That looks and sounds really good to me.
It
I
should
would
be
love
three
that.
rings. It should
Yeah,
be
it
three
should be
rings.
3, but hey. Myron says ring. He's on board. Let me back up because I had this comment on the screen for a while, but I didn't get a chance to mess with my man. But Dion is late because he just put 3 slabs of baby backs on the Traeger.
Okay.
So
Ooh,
Okay.
ooh.
so
On the
you
egg.
now I'm getting technical. All right, so you got the Traeger pellet, right? That's the pellet. All
Yeah,
right,
that's
so
the pellet.
explain to me how is that for you? Because I need to, I'm a barbecue guy too. So,
I'm
I
about
need
to
to
get one
know. I
myself.
got a gravity fed, same concept, but it does it with charcoal, and I really love it. I really love it. So tell me about
You
how
do? You
those
got one
ribs
of
come out.
those?
Yeah, I got one of those. It's
Can
near
you
the
can you
farm.
put like oak wood in there or anything like that?
Yeah, I can put oak wood in
Oh
there
man,
and set the temperature and leave it, yo.
I can't set the
It's
temperature yet.
yeah, that thing
I'm
is
an
all
old
right.
school.
Set the temperature and leave it, and sit down and have my stogie. Michael says, "Whip ass, let's go." You're
Let's
right.
go.
Here go Palatero. Palatero is probably our most negative fan. If anybody want any votes on that? All right, yeah. But
I love
I mean,
Pato
he
though. He
loves the
keeps it
Eagles,
real.
but
He keeps it
he's the
real
one.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's the
he
one
keep
that
it
will
real.
find fault in a 44-1 win. He'll be like, "Nah, we should have shut him out. We let him have one. I don't know how we let him have one, but he's in the
Oh, you
house."
appreciate that though.
Great game analysis, but unrealistic expectations.
All right, Jack says Super Bowl is the end all be all, nothing more, nothing less.
Yes, sir.
Palatero says Howie should have locked down Bond. He
I think they
Absolutely.
should.
will. I think
They
they
I
will.
think
will.
I
that,
think they
and
will.
He's
don't
not
get it
going
twisted.
anywhere.
Do you not think that he is trying to lock down? I mean, let's be for real. Do
Mhm.
you think Howie is not trying to lock down Bourne? You
I,
know he
I,
is.
I'm
You
I'm pretty
know
I'm
he
pretty sure he
is.
is. I'm pretty sure he
Yes.
is. I'm pretty sure he is.
Bourne is waiting, man. Bourne knows he has some money waiting out there. So you know that they're not going to fall for the banana in the tailbite. All
But
right.
Bond
So
should be in the running right now for Defensive Player of the Year, and that's probably what's weighing on the franchise, the Howie Roseman, the waiting to he gets into that position because that's a different tax bracket. So it's probably something that his agent is doing. His agent say, "No, I know you want to get a deal now, Howie, but my players need to get this money, especially if he's a Defensive Player of the Year. It's a
yes,
different tax
yes.
bracket."
All right. So we're going to end this quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right, you're watching Eagles Talk. This is the pregame. Let's go. We got the Commanders coming up with Dayton Daniels, the exciting rookie quarterback, but we're going to smack him down. All right, so you're watching Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around. That's by Eagles fans, for Eagles fans, and here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, the do Philadelphia Eagles. We do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage, and Pat is fucking it up. Excuse my
Well, I had to do something. I mean, I did this on the show before, Uncle
uh,
Nearest. So we're good. We're good with Uncle
all right. You
Nearest.
got the Uncle Nearest. I'm doing coffee. Oh, and I'll explain why.
I'm doing coffee
Nichelle,
as well.
Nichelle's doing coffee as well. You guys, let me know what you're doing out there, and make sure that you are keeping in line. We're trying to keep the same routine that you've been doing the last 10 weeks, if that's what you've been doing. All right, so here we go to our Philadelphia Eagles today. Victory down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the second quarter.
Second quarter, I'm drinking the coffee because I was out helping. I gotta look it up. I forget the name of this ministry, but I was out helping this ministry. They feed the homeless around this time of year, and they had, oh my God, they have so many chickens out there. I don't want chicken anymore. I do not want chicken. Like for a good while, man. I'm out there cutting chickens, and I'm talking about chickens would just they never stop. I didn't even get to the bottom of all the chickens. I left before that, but that was going on last night. So they cook the dinners, so they barbecue them. So we're out, and it was cold last night. We're outside
Yeah,
with like 6 grills going, at least 4, but I'm not talking about 4 regular. I'm talking about them 4 oil drum
ooh,
size grills
ooh.
going on, and everybody somewhere prepping string beans, cutting peppers,
Mhm.
cutting chickens. But we're doing this all outside, man. And I was up and out until about 4:30 this morning. And I know they're out there. They're probably serving the dinners now, man. But I
That's
gotta
awesome.
pull up. I want to give a shout out to the ministry. I gotta pull it up when I
That
do
is
find it.
awesome. That
I'll
is
give that
awesome.
shout
That's
out. But
good stuff,
yeah,
Dante.
you
Yeah,
Good
gotta
stuff.
help out, man. And it was inspiring. It's humbling to do that. And it wasn't like we saw any of the people that probably are being served today, right? We didn't see them last night. We're doing the prep work, but just being out there and the spirit in which everyone was out there, man, you could just feel it, and it was a good thing. It's a great thing. So whenever you can give back, I just suggest that you do it. And you know what? And I was telling my friend as we were leaving, like, you know what? I think that I got more out of that than they'll probably get out of it.
yeah.
And
It,
that's
it,
just
it is something that when you are helping people out, it is something that pulls on you, that makes you feel even better than when you first came in there. With my organization, with your organization, especially with Nichelle doing her thing, we all have ties in our communities that we do different charity work, and we go in it with one mindset, and we come out of it with a different mindset. And that mindset is of love, and hopefully this can be the beginning of something good for that family in need or that community in need. And that's what we try to get out of it. And I appreciate everybody that can do things like you have, Dante, but definitely the things that you have done, Michelle. So I got to give my kudos to you too, give y'all your flowers while you're here. And Go team.
All right, all right.
Thanks,
I got the
guys.
name. It's God's House of Deliverance Outreach Ministries, located in Milford, and it was such a good honor to help them do such a. They do that annually, and such a wonderful job. Help them to complete their ministry. So
Yep.
shout out to
Bringing
them,
the
man.
spirit of servant leadership
There you
across the
go.
team right now. That's what's up. That's
Yes,
what's up. We are
Dion.
servant
There go
leaders here.
Dion,
So
man.
they can
He
get the
always
memo.
Always got to be the smart ass. And he said, I never got to the bottom of the chickens. No, I never got to the bottom of the bin that had the chickens in it, Dion. Shut up.
Yo, there is a lot of chickens. Remember there was a chicken shortage. Like, what the heck?
Yeah,
There's
oh
no
my
chicken
Oh,
goodness.
wing
shortage.
shortage.
A
A
wing
wing
shortage. Oh
shortage.
my goodness.
The chickens
Nice
Man,
wasn't growing
job.
wings.
The other parts of the chicken then.
that whole wing thing is a farce and a
It
scam,
was.
man.
It was. It
Man,
was. It was a way to jack up prices.
no, I'm just talking about wings today. Remember when we were coming up when you got a whole wing and
Ooh,
they were
yeah.
cheap, and now you only get a
A wing.
portion
You
of
get a
that
wing
wing,
thing.
and it costs more than the
Well, no,
whole wing.
you got to go to the hood to get them whole wings
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
hood Chinese store if you still want them whole crispy wings.
You're right
yes,
about that.
yes.
That's where
Yeah,
they
Danny
still have
Wok.
them at. They ain't go away.
Oh man, this is
Yeah.
this is great conversation.
All right, let me go to some comments. All right, Daphne's in the house now. Yeah, what are you doing? Daphne says, "Hey fam,
She's
just
at
came in to say
church.
go birds. I'm
Put
at
them
church right
prayers
now."
in for us.
Daphne, throw up the birds up in church right like, yo, go birds. You know, it's all right. You can praise God at the
Flying with the
Thursday
Lord
night.
today. Flying with the Lord.
Tony, our resident from down under, Tony says our QB rocking the two shoes again. Hey, Roger, that's what's up.
That's it. Yo, you see
Leon
his
is in
suit?
the house.
Did you see his suit?
No, I didn't see
He had
that.
the two-tone suit on today too. One side was
Yo,
gray, the other side
some
was
boy
black.
came out pimping today.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, this is a business trip. My bad.
He said we're playing the ketchup and mustard team
I know
called the
that's right.
Commanders. That's what's up.
Mustard.
Mustard.
Jeremiah, Pat to the Brown as usual. Yeah,
Yes,
he got to
Brown, yes,
drink
sir.
that Brown.
I got
I
you.
don't think you drink anything else. Do you drink anything else, Pat?
Tequila. I'll do tequila.
Oh, tequila. Yeah, I
Yeah.
used to do that. That was my favorite shot drink. All right, so what's our best path to victory today? We've seen the Commanders have, they kind of got off of their rhythm when Daniels did have that rib injury. You could see
Mhm.
that they were struggling a little bit, but they seem to have picked it back up since he has gotten healthy,
Mhm.
and they're playing good ball right now. So what do you guys see as the best path to victory over them today?
Just unleash the offense. Listen, last time we played them, Jalen had over 220 yards passing. He had 2 touchdowns, I believe, running the ball. But Saquon was the man. He had 30 carries for 146
Mhm.
total touchdowns, 2 touchdowns, 146 yards and 2 touchdowns. Like, just unleash the offense.
Yeah.
What we did
Period.
last week, I understand we had to get back on a rhythm with the pass game. We didn't try to force it in there.
Nope.
Naturally, things that happen. But today we need to force our running game. We need to get back into the rhythm of what our offense really is. It's a running team. We're a running offense. That opens everything else up. Paltera said it earlier. He said, run the ball, play action. Run the ball, play action. It works. It has worked for centuries. Well,
Right.
decades.
Yeah. And I think part of that somebody mentioned earlier was AJ looking for stats. No, he was looking for production
Mhm.
because the passing game had been unproductive. So when you have the two-headed monster of a run game and a passing game, you're unstoppable. That's what AJ was looking for. He
Mhm.
was looking for production.
Yeah, and then you're right. Now, what I do recall, and this is something that we have to, and this is why I opened the show with, we got to be like Landon, man. We got to choose violence. We
Gotta
got to
choose
choose violence.
violence, man.
And if you recall from last
You know what?
game,
I gotta get that
that's
on
what
here.
it was about. That's what it was, a very
Oh, be
physical
dogged.
Washington team. Last time we faced them, very physical, and we just happened to wear them down. So you best believe it's going to be another physical game today. So everybody, and I love that. I loved it when I originally heard it on WIP from the originator of that phrase. I choose violence. But
Rio's
what I
from North
love
Philly.
about hearing it from Landon is he's on the offense. He's on the offensive line. It's like that would be a tagline for a defensive player, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like ordinarily, like I choose violence, but I love hearing it come from Landon. Landon's an offensive lineman, and he's like, I choose violence. That's what I choose. I choose
That's
violence.
that Stoutland University
Yeah,
attitude.
that's so they don't play down in them trenches, man.
No, they don't,
It's the
man.
trenches. It's a war going on, and he's choosing violence. You know what I mean? And that's what we need to choose today.
Very
And,
physical
and
game we
a
need.
very physical game from that old line, and get that running game established, and get that back on track. I know we didn't need it last week because we took care. We took advantage of what needed to be taken advantage to dominate the Steelers, and that was passing the ball. But it's time to go back to the run. It's time to be dominant because they are not strong against the run, and we are a good running team. So I think that we need to go in there and impose our will and get Saquon back on track.
So if you see me working in the background, it's because I was trying to get the video, because that video in itself is awesome. And if you allow me, Dark Knight, I want to put the speech up, because that thing is poignant, it's to the point, it's what you need and for a game like this, because this is a division rival. So you have to get hyped up for the game. It could be Brian Dawkins, it can be AJ Brown, it could be Jalen Hurts, but when it comes from the offensive line, man, this hits differently, right? It hits differently. Let's give me 20 seconds. Let's give me 20 seconds. All right?
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, 20 seconds.
All right. Well,
Hey, look, we don't choose the schedule. We don't choose the time, the place. We don't choose the opponent. But you know what I choose? I choose violence. From the first snap to the last whistle. Choke him out and make him remember your name. Let's go. The Steelers on 3. 1, 2, 3. The Steelers.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now, for the the little pauses and all that, I'm gonna plug in into him. He said, "Choke a motherfucker out." That's what he said.
The
Choke a
Steelers.
motherfucker out. And then he said, "Fuck the Steelers." That's what he said. So, in case you guys didn't know that, I wanted to put that in there.
What?
But
Let me
yeah,
find out. Landon Dickerson is like Kelsey 2.0.
yeah, you didn't see that?
We approve
No.
Oh my goodness, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
He was
And they
like,
say
"Oh,
Landon.
wow."
Right.
They say
Run
Landon
it back,
gets
Pat.
into
I love that
speeches.
joint.
He's
Run it back.
about that life. He said,
run it.
I'm about that life. I wake up and choose violence.
I'm gonna run it
Yes.
back. I'm gonna run it back one more time.
Hey, look, we don't choose the schedule. We don't choose the time, the place. We don't choose the opponent. But you know what I choose? I choose violence. From the first snap to the last whistle. Choke him out and make him remember your name. Let's go. The Steelers on 3. 1, 2, 3. The Steelers.
Let
He said,
me
"Make him
find
remember
out.
your name." He said, "Make
Yo.
him remember your
Find
name."
out.
Yo, if you're not hyped up off of that, I know we
Yeah.
got our
Listen.
halftime thing. I know we had our breed dog thing, but man, listen, right now my knees starting to feel good. I feel like getting out there and running somewhere. My wife would be like crazy.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's that spirit that we need every week. And I think that, we are getting it. That was him that week. And I think a different person is giving us that type of energy before every game, because when you look at this defense, I didn't say that we were bullies just to pull that out my behind.
No.
This team plays like bullies. This defense is physical.
Mhm.
This offense plays like bullies. Our running game is physical.
That's
and now
right.
you see he embodies that spirit of the team right now. Like, we're playing bully ball, and we are a physical team on both sides of the ball, and it shows. And that just captured the energy right there in that little pregame speech right there. That's awesome, man.
Woo. Reset. I'm ready to put the pads on.
He said, oh, wow. Right. Right?
Listen, I got to that point and I realized something. Hold up. Wait a minute.
My back.
Yeah, my back.
My
My
back.
neck and my back. All right,
My
let's
knees.
end this quarter. Let's end this quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right, you're watching Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around. That's by us Eagles fans, for us Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, the 12-2 Philadelphia Eagles, 10-game winning streak. And we do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots as we get ready for this game against the Washington Commanders down in D.C. Our team is going down there, and it's brick. It's brick out.
It is
Believe that.
brick. Please
It is
enjoy
brick.
responsibly.
Yes. So do what you gotta do, but let's go down there, whip some ass, and come on back home. All right. So, all right, to our Philadelphia Eagles. I am doing the coffee. Pat is doing the what are you doing, Pat?
Uncle
Pat's doing the
Nearest.
Uncle Nearest,
Single barrel.
and the shells. He's doing the single barrel. He didn't even load
Mrs.
up a
said
double
she ain't
barrel.
got time to be taking you to the hospital.
All right. And the Shell's doing the coffee too. So to our Philadelphia Eagles down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook. That is by Eagles fans for Eagles fans.
But don't throw the birds up. Let's go. We get ready. We got a battle on our hands. Let's go. All right. All right.
You're now listening to the third quarter.
Pat, what was that hype song that you played when we were at Miller's?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, the
that
remix.
Was lit.
That was lit. Where is that? You need to put that on the
That
sound.
was
I'll
lit.
put it on the show.
Upload that.
I'll upload that.
Yeah, that joint, that was lit.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. That had the crowd jamming.
Yeah.
I
All right,
find
so
it again.
so we got the Commanders. They're coming back. They are we're 7-3 against them in the last 10 too. I just saw a graphic of that before I came on the air. 7-2. All the games have been majority of games have been one score games, so we do have a tough time with them, and I don't see it being any different today. So this will be a great test for the team. We've been tested all throughout the season, all throughout the 10-game win streak and all that, and I think that they're great for the team to be in these tough type of contests, and the more that you develop that muscle of winning those close games, the more you're ready for the big games in the postseason and stuff like that. So,
like the Chiefs,
yeah, like the Chiefs, exactly, like the
the
Chiefs.
2004 Patriots.
Yeah,
don't say.
exactly.
You don't say.
You don't say. You're right. So I think that these tough games that come up and us overcoming them, doing whatever it takes to win the game, is great. It builds character, and it builds those muscles of pulling out and doing whatever you need to do to win the game, and not worrying about what it looks like. Just going in and taking care of business, and when the dust settles, you have more points than them. That's all that matters. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
That's a key term right there. More points than them. That's a key term. Like when everything you do, you want to always have more points than your opposite team. That's very simple.
Yeah, it's a very simple goal if you really think about it. I think
Very
the
simple.
media and everyone else adds complications to it with the stats. Too much playing fantasy, too much playing Madden, and they just become unrealistic, and they get clouded on what the final goal is. I think between the way our defense is chipping, if we can get pause and choose violence and get Jaden Daniels out of his rhythm, because
Yes.
he can burn you with his feet. He's quick, young boy. as well as keeping him off the field and sustaining long drives. If we could do any resemblance of the clock management we had the last game, this is definitely going to be another W in the win column for us.
All right, here's the Dion says he was approached the other day in DC area at a Costco checkout. Dude said, "We clipping y'all wings this weekend," and finally registered. He was talking to me. I turned around and pointed at my "We Don't Care" hoodie and walked off. All right,
That's right. Drop the mic, Dion. Drop the
drop
mic.
the mic on him, and that's what we're gonna have to do today. I think Daniels uh is he can beat you with his legs. We've seen that we had a little trouble with Bryce Young and what he, his athleticism in that Carolina game. We faced Lamar Jackson, who said post game that he wished he had used his legs more. So, does that? I mean, that equates to me that we might see Daniels use his legs more. What do you guys think about that?
I think he might get hurt. I'm just saying the team is crescendoing right now when it comes to the bully ball, the attitude. Each week, our team gets more physical, and more physical. And shout out to the training staff and the coaches for keeping this team healthy, that they can play at such an elevated physical level at this point. And I'm gonna throw up Brad's comment. I don't really think it matters when we score or what
Mm,
quarter we do or do not score in. The only thing that matters is if we have more points at the end of the game.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
it doesn't really matter when we score. I think they've shown us this. We're
yeah,
the ones that wants to see scores in the first quarter. We scored in the first quarter past few weeks.
yeah,
Didn't
yeah,
matter. Doesn't matter. We got the W. That's
we
the
got the
thing. I don't
dub.
think that's going to keep us out of a playoff. What's going to keep us out of a win is not being able to have the most points at the end of the game when the four quarters are over.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yo, you
I
know the
agree.
crazy thing about that? You said something about Dion being down in the Maryland, right? I mean DC area. I was down in Maryland about a week ago, and I was wearing my Eagles hoodie, and I kept getting these looks. I'm like, why am I getting these looks? I didn't realize I'm in that DC area, that
Yeah,
DMV
yeah.
area, and
You
they
was in
are
Rebels
Baltimore.
territory.
They are
Yeah,
Baltimore and Washington fans, like in that
they don't
little
like us.
cul-de-sac that they call the DMV. And I had some very, very interesting conversations. I'm looking at you, I'm looking at them, and they looking at me. I'm looking at you, I'm looking at them. I'm saying, "Beat the Eagles. Leave me alone, man." Walk.
They are different though. I was at a Ravens and Steelers game. I don't even remember how I got there, but I'm thinking like, what made me go there? I can't even remember. I don't recall I was there with either fan either. But I was at a Ravens Steelers game in Baltimore, and the Steelers beat, and that's one of their biggest rivals. You saw the game yesterday. They just do not like
Mm,
each other. They're like us and the
mm,
Cowboys. They don't like each other. So I'm down there, and the Steelers happen to win this game. They get the best of Baltimore, and their fans are celebrating wildly in Baltimore Stadium, and I'm just looking with disbelief, like, are you? And I'm looking at Ravens fans like, you guys all right with this? You
mm.
guys are all right with them like this this obnoxious in your stadium? And I'm like, dude, I'm not used to this. This would not take place. The Cowboys could beat us, but they could not celebrate like that in our in the link,
Yeah,
not without their lives being threatened. You know what I'm saying?
Affected.
Yeah, affected. So I was I guess being I just talked about doing work for a ministry, huh? So, and now I'm talking about them. Why didn't y'all beat their ass? But not only, but I was like just saying that it just would have been a different reaction if that was Philadelphia, man. And I couldn't believe it. So, everybody doesn't act like Eagles fans, thank God. But it was just amazing to me that was going on. So yeah, you're down in the DMV area. I'm surprised they even said something to you after
yeah,
what I saw.
yeah. They did say something to me, and you know what? It was all fun because I wore it that the whole week I was there. So after my training, I put my Eagles hoodie on because it was cold. I put my hoodie, Eagles hoodie on, and toweled around like, yes, I'm the king of the walk.
That's right. That's right. As well you should. As well you should. As well you should. And Ravens fans are a different breed than the Commanders fans. They're Commanders fans, they're our rivals. Ravens
Yeah.
fans not so much. You go to a Ravens game, it's not going to be much heated commentary. It might be trash talk, but everybody's coming off the harbor, having drinks. It's not as much intensity in the fan base when you're at a Ravens game, as the opposing team than it is when we're playing the Commanders or anybody in the NFC East.
Yeah, I agree. I know what normally happens, but I have to say that the year that we won the Super Bowl, and Pat, we did a lot of live broadcasts
Yes,
from
we did.
the parking lot down at the link, and it wasn't bad. We've even had opponent fans of the opposing team come join us at our tailgate, and it was
Mhm.
nothing but love and welcome and hospitality extended to them. So not all Eagles fans are like that. I just want to put that out there. But I am certain that we would not allow that type of celebration to go on inside our stadium. That would not happen. You could be happy, but you're not going to be out there singing fight songs. And nah, I don't think that's going
Yeah,
to be
we're not doing
allowed.
that. We're
We're
not
not doing
doing
all
that.
that. All right. Rachel says, "Hey fam, I'm up. I'm so late." All right, you are late,
It's cool.
Rachel.
It's cool. I got the song. I finally uploaded.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Give us some hype music before, because we got like 5 minutes. Come on. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
gotta send me that.
Yeah. That joint had us rocking at Miller's, yo.
Yeah,
Had us rocking.
they
Yo,
made
we
it
get
just in
ready. All
time.
right. Everybody started to put up their predictions.
They got
Deion
blowouts.
talk
33,
about
They
41.
they real hype
24.
today.
Yeah, they really like us today. Look, well, Mr. Jones has us at 33-10. Go
He's not
Birds.
playing with it.
Ooh, can we give it up to our head bully, Jalen Carter? He playing this year. Yes, he is. He is. He's
Yes.
playing
Yes.
phenomenally along with the whole
All
defense.
pro. All
But
pro.
he definitely is. This is an all pro type performance for him this year. And we had some questions last year. I mean, like, he was dominant early on in the season and kind of died down. And credit to Vic Fangio for expressing or emphasizing. I'm sorry, emphasizing conditioning this year, and that's been a big help to the team, along with the trainers, like you said, Nichelle. But that their conditioning is off the charts compared to where they were last year. And this team is fresh in the fourth quarter. You don't see any drop off on both sides of the ball in the fourth quarter. So how about some credit to old school training and old school
Yes.
practices that's going on,
Yes.
and that physicality that you see on the field is not being it's not coming out of thin air. That's coming from
No.
practicing hard and
Hard
thumping
work.
and hitting hard and hard work. So thank you, Vic Fangio and the coaching staff, for deciding to go hard more often than not, because we've
At
seen the
practice. Yeah.
previous we've seen the previous years where we weren't happy with what we saw on the field, and I knew it was attributed to the practices, but they were staying healthy, and I was like, they're probably not going to change anything. I credit it with Vic Fangio. I remember his early press conferences as talking to the conditioning, and talking to being physical in practice and stuff like that, and you see the results of it now. So hats off to Vic Fangio, man. Thank you.
Yeah, and
Thank you.
shout out to Jalen Two Shoes coming back. He
Two
said F the
shoes.
fine because the Jordan brand is paying that little
That's
$5,800
yes,
fine.
they
And
did.
he wearing it again. So he about to and the joke is the NFL utilized that as their content and then took it down and fined him. They posted it
Right.
from the NFL's channels and then took it down and fined
Well,
him.
it's you fall within out the bounds of the attire. You're supposed to be
But
uniform.
they said it was well, they said it wasn't the uniform colors, but both
quick,
of the
quick, quick. We gotta get
colors are
predictions.
ours.
Yes, we do. All right, real quick. Listen, I always talked about line of scrimmage. I'm not talking about it no more. Dominate, dominate, dominate. Both sides of the ball. That's it. We win. For more points than them.
All right, Nichelle.
Period. Like I said earlier, time of possession, and getting pause on Mr. Daniels,
Pause.
and we win.
Pause.
We definitely win.
I definitely echo what she just said. Dominate the lines of scrimmage, both sides of the ball. Let's get this running game going. Our defense continues to dominate and shut down Mr. Daniels, us with more points to them. You guys go enjoy the game. Come back after the game and check it out with us. We'll be here. We're out. Peace.
Peace.